Alright, I've got the Buick in the garage, made some room. I believe I've got enough room to pull it. Well, I know I've got enough room to pull this out. It'll have to be up on jack stands if I engine hoist it out. Uh, Not sure exactly how much room I've got for that. I do know that I can drop my struts, disconnect the uh, tie rod ends, disconnect the brakes, and unbolt the 6 subframe mounts, and wheel the whole subframe out. I'm not sure how much of my rafters could support the weight of the car. I'm not sure. So I mean, that's a possibility. I could possibly engine hoist the front of the car up. I don't know if it'll lift it up high enough. So I guess this will be kind of a learning curve, but I'm working on getting the bolts out for the hood. Well, nuts on that side. I got the nuts out on the driver's side. We'll go with the passenger side, and then we got to disconnect these hydraulic struts. We'll get those disconnected. The radiator was leaking prior to this. Got a new one up there on the shelf behind my welding masks. This AC condenser coil is coming out. Probably just going to pull the whole headlight assemblies out. Everything here in the front just to make it easier. I'm probably even going to pull off the front fascia and the bumper because believe we're going to use the one off the Pontiac and switch the fenders over. We'll see if I got to change the front doors out. They all look compatible, like they'll hit with the body curve, the lines, gaps in between the driver and passenger door. So we'll see how we got to go with that. But I've got a mount on the back side of the transmission here. I've got a round exhaust donut down there that I got to get disconnected. That's for the downpipe that goes to the catalytic. And then I've got a mount down here, that one there. Drag the light out. Oh, my cord's at its limit for the light, but down here in the front is a rather substantially sized one mount. So I got all new mounts, so I'm going to be putting those in. But what I guess I'm working on right now is getting the hood off, radiator out, exhaust disconnected. I'll get the fuel lines disconnected, get the throttle cables disconnected. I'm going to trace all the wires to the sensors on the engine, everything that's attached to the engine, and see if I can just disconnect it from the ECM. Because I know that this wire harness right here is a quick disconnect, so I should be able to quickly disconnect this one, and one's inside of the air box that goes to the ECM, and I should be able to disconnect all of those. And to be honest with you, I don't think I need to unplug sensors, fuel injectors and all that stuff, because I think if I unplug the main trunk of the harnesses off of that stuff, I believe other than some grounds that I'm sure are in here, besides those grounds, I'm pretty sure that I'll be at the point where I can just lift this whole thing out. So let's see how that goes.